A lot of folks done got fired on their day off over there at ESPN. Okay. A lot of folks gonna be looking for work like Craig on Friday. Okay.
I just watched that the other day. Classic.
There's some names y'all know. Okay. And some other folks, their workload is going to increase. Stephen A. just finna be on there from sun up to sundown. Well, he already on there from sun up to sundown.
Stephen A. gonna be on that thing by 9 o'clock like this. Huh? What? Yeah. And Kevin Durant, you know, he just gotta wake up. He gonna wake up to
it. Hey, well, shit, we finna talk about it. Cause goddamn, big sports media is reeling in part because of motherfuckers like us. Okay, because y'all are giving us your attention, they are losing some viewership, and now they having to cut costs. Okay, all right, but they got to deal with us because we are the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. I am your homeboy first, and that is my brother Tim G. Jacob. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, put all your people on there, okay? Because one thing that won't happen over here, won't nobody be laying us off.
No.
Because we the bosses. We own the business, okay? Mm-hmm. You looking at the bosses right now. So ain't nobody gonna lay us off, baby. You know what I'm talking about? So, but over there at the ESPN, Disney say, you got to go. Okay, you got to go. Before I get your reaction, brother, I'm gonna run down a list of names. Okay, some America you'll know, others you may not. Okay, but we're just gonna give you the list that USA Today has published at least. Okay, all right, Neil Everett. Okay, y'all know him from hosting Sports Center. Okay, y'all know him.
I like Neil Everett.
I fuck with Neil. Okay,
I'm shocked by that.
Chris Chelios. A lot of y'all probably didn't follow hockey, but he was covering hockey. Okay. Rob Ninkovich, okay. No, they had got some of them Patriots over there. So I guess Teddy Bruschi survived the cut, okay. Whew. But old Rob didn't, okay. And the other Patriot, the black dude,
Damien Woody,
he survived the cut, okay. I guess he survived the cut. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. That show did not. Now, Keyshawn, it seems by what they're saying here that Keyshawn and Max didn't survive the cut. I think Jay Williams might have survived the cut. Okay. I think so. I don't know. I had to do some further research on that. I know Max is out though. Okay, so it's been like a.
I'm blaming Stephen A for that.
Yeah, that I was about to say. Like it's been a dissension since Stephen A and Max were on the outs. Okay. This the one that got me. This the one that I don't like it. I don't like it. But they let go of Jeff Van Gundy. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson together. Jeff Van Gundy sitting up there making up all these crazy rules for shit he don't like. I liked it. I related that because I got a wife who does that. Okay. My wife watched the game. She come up with all this shit, that new rules. I remember when Brett Favre was still playing and we were watching the game and somebody would hit his ass or when he was in his advanced age. And my wife coming up with rules that you can't hit that man. Peyton Manning, especially, that was her favorite player. You shouldn't be able to hit them once they hit 35 years old. All that kind of, it just be funny.
You know, they need to just walk around with a little card on their side.
Yeah, that go be coming all crazy. Logo say. But Jeff Van Gundy be coming up with funny shit on slick too, man. So
he do.
I don't know. I don't know why they did. They probably just trying to go cheap. Like they ain't want to pay that man no more. Another one, a staple. And this man did like. He played in the NBA, but he also majored in this shit in college. So the man really was right for this. And that's Jalen Rose, man. Yeah. Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
They worked his ass like a dog, first of all, because you had him on his own show, Jalen and Jacoby. He would do first take. He would do NBA shit all the time, NBA countdown. Yeah, they got rid of that boy J. Rose, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if you think if him and Molly stay married that happens. Cause Molly survived the cut.
I know why.
Shut your mouth.
I know why. You need a little eye candy on the screen.
All right, now, as I said, I'm going further down in the post.
Stephen A. probably protected that job.
Protected who, Molly? Yeah. Whoever Stephen A. wanted to keep, he probably kept.
Yeah.
They probably said, we wrote that, Stephen. All right.
Yeah.
Further down in the article, though, they do say Max and Keyshawn are out. Okay.
That's crazy.
So Keyshawn, they're going to make room for the next guy. You might get Chad on there now. They might make room for the next brash wide receiver that people want to see. Because these young boys, T don't remember Keyshawn like we do with the give me the damn ball. They don't remember Keyshawn for all that.
I know.
They know Chad.
I can't see that. I can't see Chad being a part of the ESPN brand. I think Chad's more of a free agent. He's just a free agent guy that
Chad
goes.
I don't
see him putting on the suit.
I've learned my lesson from Deion Sanders. I don't put it past none of these motherfuckers. He and Deion count. If that money right, Chad will put on that suit and get on over there.
I respect that.
Suzy Kolber.
That was a tough one. That's the one I didn't care for.
She said 27 years, man.
She been there a long time.
So she had a 38-year career, 27 at ESPN. That's tough, man.
A long time.
That's tough, man. Suzy was a staple. Like, what they doing?
100% a staple. I really enjoy Suzy Kolber.
That's fucked up, man.
Only thing that would have probably pissed me off even more is if they'd have nixed my girl Lisa Salters.
I'm surprised.
They'd have rolled Lisa up out of there.
I'm surprised Lisa beat it. You're right. I'm surprised Lisa beat it.
This is gonna be a different show. This is gonna be a different show. I'm cussing everybody out of ESPN.
I'm
talking about their mamas and everything.
Next one is somebody I know you know and love. I know you do.
Right.
This is one of your ones.
Right.
He was great on the field. I say he underrated for what he did on the field.
Okay.
But he was also good in his analysis because he was one of the smartest quarterbacks ever, and that's Steve Young.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't know why the fuck do you get rid of folks who actually know what the fuck they talking about?
I don't know.
Keep some of these some bitches who just be doing shock jock shit.
All I know is Booger McFarland still got a job.
And Booger, man,
Booger McFarland still got a job.
And I'm pro-black. I don't care for Booger's analysis. When Booger got Monday Night Football, man, that was horrible, man. That was horrible.
I think they streamlined because they got Joe Buck and Troy, right?
Oh yeah, they ain't got them now.
Okay, so that's money. They just brought in Pat.
You think that's part of the reason they had to cut costs? Because they gave them a good bag, didn't they?
They gave Pat a bag.
They gave Pat a bag, but they also gave you the money. Troy went off.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
They factored into that money, man. They factors.
Yeah.
And true. I think they streamlining the roster, the lineup. They even got rid of, I think I seen something said they got rid of Doug Kazarian, who was a sports betting analyst guy, who was like a sports betting guru. They got rid of him.
Now that's crazy. Okay, let's pause right there then. That's crazy to me, considering how big sports betting is now. Yeah. You've been talking about sports betting our whole relationship as brothers, but now it's become so mainstream. Everybody talking about the goddamn sports betting. And so why would they let go of the guru?
I guess because
does he not fit the picture or something?
I don't know. If that article is true, I guess it really boils down to, I guess they didn't want to really, because they had the show Daily Wager, and Daily Wager was the show you win and you listen to these guys talk about sports betting, whatever. It's interesting of that time frame because we getting close to the NFL season, and that's a big time in which you want to draw in sports bettors. and have them lean upon these analysts. I don't know. ESPN does some weird things. They always have.
I still got a big one here for you.
Who is that?
Todd McShay, man.
That's a tough one.
And now, why you think they didn't just all right? You got 2 draft gurus. Okay, obviously you don't need 2 NFL draft gurus. Okay, that makes sense for you. And that's inefficient. As a business person, that's inefficient. Got 2 cats do the same thing. But you would have thought that they would have gone with the younger guy and told the other guy, we'll give you this package, severance package, maybe give you some stock options. You do some drop-ins, but Todd is our guy going forward. They said, fuck that. We staying with the old line in Mel Kiper Jr.
I'll say this. I think Todd McShay has the better avenue to like continue what he's doing. Because he could literally, because he's such a name, he's such a name.
You see him going to FS1 or something, or you see him like doing his own like site or some shit.
Yeah. Like he could do like if let's just say he wanted to link up with somebody like they rumored Shannon to be dealing with FanDuel. Yeah. I think it was FanDuel. Mm-hmm. And so let's just say Todd go over there to FanDuel and just talk this ball.
People bet on the draft too, don't they?
They do bet on the draft, but I think if FanDuel wanted to say, hey, you know what, we want to expand our horizons, become more of a sports conglomerate in terms of, okay, not necessarily just the daily fantasy, but just fantasy as a whole. Mm-hmm. They could be the ones to do that. You bring Todd McShay in. Let's just say maybe necessarily just talk about daily fantasy. I don't know if he could expand to that, but that'd be good if he could. Mm-hmm. But I think that's where they would want to go. Or FS1. FS1 would be. I'm sure FS1 would really love to open up the bag to get Todd McShay in the room. But somebody gonna pay.
I don't think they have a draft guru, do they?
They don't have a draft guru.
They're missing that.
Well, they every now and then they'll bring in like Coward would do a lot with the draft guru stuff.
But you don't think of him as that though.
Like Joel Klatt. Joel Klatt would do a lot of the college stuff. He's a college analyst. But the NFL stuff, FS1 could be smart and they could go, you know what, let's just go and get Todd McShay in the room to talk this talk draft, whatever. Okay. Or just all things NFL.
Speaking of college analysts, they let go of LaFonso Ellis. Okay.
Yep. I seen David Pollock name.
They let go of David Pollock for football. Okay. I think what they be trying to get though, okay, once you get so many years in there, you would assume the salary is going up.
Right.
And so let's get some folks in here with less experience, pay them less, but also maybe get some newer faces in here that the younger crowd know. We know David Pollock.
We know David Pollock.
We know LaFonso Ellis. My young boys don't know them, but they don't know them guys. So when they're watching TV, they're not taking their word for shit as strongly. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't think so. You know, to my Ashley Brewer, she got cut. There was another name on here. Matt Hasselbeck. They know them Hasselbeck boys. I think one of them was married to this woman who was on The View, and you know ABC, all the ABC, ESPN, all that shit under Disney.
Yeah.
And so she was big time on The View. She was like the conservative voice on The View. So I felt like, I think it's Tim. So I always felt like I only reading them motherfucker on there because he married to her and his brothers on this bitch. But now Matt Hasselbeck, at least Matt started.
Was it Emily Hasselbeck?
I don't know. Whoever was, she was the only conservative voice on there. I don't think she's on there anymore, but a lot of folk getting laid off, man. They cutting these costs. we talked about this on here before. How this shit a business. Shit a business for real. It's a business. So what you get over there from them folks, and you be wondering, why am I not seeing this? Why is this not happening? Because them folks just straight dollars and cents. Certain topics you want, you ain't finna get it from them. If it ain't gonna chart, they ain't finna talk about that. Like on here, you'll hear us talk about the WNBA. Okay, you'll hear us talk about track. We'll talk HBCU. We'll be unfiltered. Okay, them motherfuckers care about sponsors, revenue, and nothing else. We care about revenue. Okay, we're trying to get sponsors, but we're also sticking to our authenticity. And as I said, we the bosses, so we can do whatever the fuck we want to do.
And I would feel like the people that are watching this would appreciate the authenticity.
That's what I hope.
Day in and day out.
That's what we hope. We're trying to give y'all authentic Black-owned version, alternative to what these folks over there doing. Because you see, in some regards, they don't even give a fuck about you as the viewer. Because we ain't had no quarrel with no Jeff Van Gundy, and they let that man go. We ain't had no quarrel with no Jalen Rose, and they let that man go. Like, so what the fuck? What y'all doing?
Yeah.
Like, how does your market research or your because I'm sure they researched things some kind of way.
They had
before
to
they made these moves, but
they had to look at something, because a lot of these moves,
like Suzy Kolber, who said when Suzy comes on, folks are turning the channel?
Nobody.
Anybody had no quarrel with Suzy Kolber? Like,
straight enjoy Suzy Kolber.
She's
straight up
staple.
She's a staple. And okay, you keep Berman around.
You know that's Godfather. They ain't never gonna.
All right, but I'm just saying, you only see him on Monday.
And that's cost that could be cut. We enjoy him, but what I'm saying is, I bet he's getting paid handsomely.
Yeah, but
one little drop.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Cause he just like
his Godfather, that bitch. They ain't never.
What you think he making?
No, I'm not gonna touch that.
No,
I'm not gonna upset myself.
This man probably made 3 meal or 4 meal just to pull up on Mondays for the NFL season.
And Stephen A. Smith want to throw his salary in our face.
And he do just prime time.
And that's all Berm do. And he was once the face of ESPN.
Yes, sir.
Stephen, he ain't never had to work as hard as Stephen A. done work for this money.
Never.
Though. He never had to work as hard.
Never. Wow.
That's why doing that damn NBA draft, Stephen A. That ESPN. This is the shit I'm talking about with your authenticity. Stephen A. up there doing the NBA draft telling me he didn't watch all these boys play. He know goddamn well he didn't watch Scoot Henderson play no fucking G League.
He might watch Scoot, but he didn't watch
T.
He might have watched Scoot, but he didn't watch no Brandon Podesme from the Golden State Warriors.
That motherfucker wasn't watching folks play in the NBA. We've done segments on shit he got wrong in the NBA. So I know he didn't watch no G League basketball. He showed up, didn't watch them Thompson twins and no fucking overtime elite. He ain't watch none of these shits. Them producers had put that shit on that little iPad or whatever that motherfucker was reading off of. They told that man what to say. Because he on TV all day long. When he get off TV, he go do the Stephen A. Smith show for YouTube. When he ain't on there, he tweeting about shit.
Who said that Stephen A. Smith was supposed to have the right to talk basketball to me and tell me who was and wasn't nice? He not qualified to do that.
They working the shit out there, man.
Well, you stupid enough to stay there.
They working dog shit out there, man. And that's the model they finna go to. Everybody, they were working the shit out of Jalen. And that's another reason why I don't understand why they let Jalen go. They were working the shit out of Jalen too. And Jalen was just being a good soldier, soldiering on through. You know, the culture respected Jalen. We always talk about the line and how they all, you know, let that man go, dog. And Max, This is crazy. Now this is my last point, T. And I think you're gonna agree with this. Boxing coming on through a little bit right now.
Yeah.
My heavyweight division pissing me off. Okay.
Well, hold up. Did you see the fight tonight?
I'm talking about because I'm not going ahead and getting this either Joshua and Fury need to get in that fucking ring, or Fury and Usyk need to go ahead and get in the fucking ring. Okay.
True.
Get in the fucking ring. Everything else, D-Boy, we got Spence Crawford scheduled. Okay. We got Canelo and Charlo scheduled. Okay. Tank Davis then came through this bitch this year. A lot of these guys coming through, and Max, no more boxing. Like, Max has forgotten more boxing than anybody else at ESPN knows, other than maybe I don't know if Teddy Atlas is still there or not.
I ain't seen Teddy in a long time.
Okay. So, but any of these other motherfuckers that we regularly see, Max. So why not capitalize off that when people are talking boxing right now? Why you let the motherfucker go that know boxing when we talking boxing, right? We got some marquee.
They comfortable with Tim and Andre.
Man, and that's good because you want the boxer perspective. I get that, but I like having. I'm not one of these guys that's like you gotta play the sport to know the sport. You know, you can be like a Bert Sugar. Bert Sugar was a great reporter. Long live Bert Sugar. Bert Sugar loved boxing. You can tell that man loved boxing and really covered that shit. And he talked about it in a way that made you love boxing.
But I think we respect Bert Sugar. I don't know if the ESPN conglomerate respects Bert Sugar.
They are fucking nuts then. Because Max, when he talked boxing, okay, when he talked basketball, okay, he can be a little left field. Okay, cool. But when he talked boxing, that boy, he in his element when he talking that.
Mm-hmm.
In his element, because he watches the fights.
Mm-hmm.
He don't give a fuck what weight class you are. That motherfucker gonna watch them fights.
Yep.
And they just, I think they dropped a bag on that because if this Spence Crawford end up being what I think it could be, because I'm going back doing my research on these boys now, and both boys throw.
They throw hands.
They don't throw. They throw. That's what they do. Okay. And I ain't saying they just reckless. Okay. They defensive guys as well, but they throw hands. So I'm thinking we finna get a very good fight. We gonna need somebody to know what the fuck they talking about it. When we've seen Stephen A don't know what he talking about when he be talking about it. It is bad. What they bring. They even had Stephen A covering MMA. T.
I don't understand that one. I don't understand that one. I think they are trying to grab guys on the low end, like okay, the MMA with Daniel Cormier and stuff. And like, all right, just come do this work. We'll let you go on home. You work 1 week out the day, 1 day out the week, and you just go on home.
That's how he feel about it too. I watched his pivot interview.
Yeah. And
he just happy. He just feel like, man, white folks love me, man. They just keep giving me money. He just one of them ones.
Mm-hmm.
So long as you just keep throwing him some breadcrumbs, he gonna be happy. But he ain't trying to boss up in there.
Nope.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they want.
He's perfect.
But real ones around the world, chime in and let us know what layoffs at ESPN you thought were egregious, and tell us who you think they might be bringing in, like Shannon or any other player. Chad Ochocinco, I said might be coming up in that thing. I think. What other names out there? Who you got to?
I was just gonna say, tell Suzy Kolber to holler at us.
She could put it on some correspondent.
Just come holler at us for a little minute. Just help the new brand come through.
Right.
You know, we talk football with her during the season.
We'll interview Susan. I ain't got no quarrel with that.
Ain't got to be every day. Ain't got to be every week. We holler at you once a month.
Right.
You go all right. What did you see in the 4 weeks of the NFL season? The first 4 weeks, what'd you see? And we just talk.
Sus, come on, we pro women over here.
Oh,
Shout
no
out to
doubt.
my
Suzy?
daughter, my manager, my daughter. She'll love to have a woman over here doing
Yeah.
this.
Either her or Lisa.
No,
Just
we gotta keep Lisa away from you.
What?
We're gonna keep Lisa away from you.
That's unfair. This is the unfair work environment I feel like I'm being working under.
Go
These
call.
These are terrible work conditions.
You can't call Osho on your brother, man. You can't do that.
Man, I'm gonna call Osho on you if I can't talk to Lisa. I'm gonna holler at Lisa. Hey, Lisa.
Middle East.
Hey,
That boy Lamar.
Lamar said, "Thank you, Melissa." That's respect. Shit. Okay.
That's
You
some
playing?
South.
I'm serious.
That's some South shit for real. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, man.
Thank you, Melissa.
Put it on stuff.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?